Okay, so you have that, and then you'll go ahead and make the formatting here. Put the $ through the home tab, and you can do that through here. And what you realize is that these values down here should be the same values when this was, I think, 1800. If we put 1800 down there and you make the changes, it should be able to come up with this. We use the gold seek, so that's why it's not giving us that reflection, but the value should be the same if you compare with the original values. Okay, so next item takes us back to, so you can apply all these formattings through here. Okay, for the font, and you can bring the mouse pointer down here and be able to see the different formatting style, blue accent one and all that, but make sure you have highlighted the values like that. So put the $. Remember, this means that there's not enough space. Expand, or you can just double click, everything will be there. If you have take the decimal places like that, and then you apply the formatting through there. Okay, so that's good. Says identify the square footage, base price, and total cost that comes closest to the goal. So the goal was 350. Okay, so through here, you look at the price that is the closest to 350, and that's for the total cost price 350. I think that's the one that is nearest. So this is a little bit higher, this is a little bit low, and you highlight those three and then you apply the formatting from here. I think it's something like that. Is it fill? Apply that fill color is actually fill, not that. So you can undo and you'll come through here, you do the fill, and that's what they want you to have right there. And actually this should not be dollars, I'm sorry. This is just numbers because this is square footage. So they should be numbers and probably not decimal places. Yeah, those should be like that. Okay, so good. Copy the square footage substitution values, the range. So always when you're copying something, make sure that you identify the destination first. From H what? H6? H6, is that H6? Okay, I know it's H6 because the name box is right there all the way down. So I'm going to copy this, Control, copy, bring the mouse pointer there, and then you paste, and you have that, and they say you're going to change this. So one of the that you can do is you can click in another cell that has the formatting that you want, and then go to Format Painter, and then click down there, and you change that. So that's how you remove that formatting style. Remove the fill color. Enter this lot price substitution values in the range I5. So where is I5? This is column I5. That's I5. So you're going to be putting some values here, 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 and here. And you can adjust the size of this. Oh, no. I want to see that. So just move the screen a little bit that way. And that might be too much. So I need to have this, and that. Okay, that works. So from I5, I should have 90,000. 1, 2, 3. So this is the lot. You have that 90,000. This is square footage and lot 96,000. 1, 2, 3. And the last one is going to be 102,675. So basically what you're supposed to do is we're trying to determine based on the square footage what's going to be the different prices for the lot. Okay, so this is decision making, and in this case we have two options. Remember, GoalSeek only let us to use one value in making the decision. The same thing here, we were making the decision based on the square footage and we were able to see the different prices. Now in this case we still have the square footage, and then we have different levels of the lot size. You can see this one is the original one that we have, but suppose we only want to pay 90,000. Okay, all 96,000 for the square footage. What's going to be the prices for all these? So that's what you're trying to do with number H. Okay, we do that and then format these values with all that with 0 decimal places and blue format. You can do that formatting for all this. I won't do that. I enter the reference to the total cost formula. So we use the value in this right corner here to help us with computing this value, because you want to see what's going to be the total cost formula or the total cost of the house if we have 1800 square footage and 90,000 for the lot price right there. So price, cell reference, you say equals to, and then you'll come back here and you click that, okay, and then you enter, and basically that's what we are told right here. Enter the reference, the total cost formula in the appropriate location. So you have to make sure that you enter that one there, or you won't be getting the right answers. For the second location, for the second data table, complete the data table using the appropriate input cells. So once you do that, you highlight all the entries like that, and then you'll go to data, you go to your HOTIV analysis. So this is the two variable data table like that, and in this case we're going to be using both the rows and the columns. So you have to determine which values are on the row, which values are on the column, and then you remember the formula where those values are in your original values right here. So row input, this is rows. So these values here, these are the values for the row, these are for the lot. Okay, so this is the size, the price of the lot, and the original formula for the lot is right here. So you click that cell because it's the one that has the formula, and basically what you're actually doing here is programming. So it's a very low level programming, but basically what you're telling the system is, I'm going to give you this formula and then you're going to be doing these computations for me. So it has already been pre-programmed. So one variable, two variable data tables, there is actually a computer program that is running in the background and doing the computation for you. That being done, you come to the column. So these are the columns and the values on the column. Remember, on the data table, these values represent the total square footage, okay? And the formula for the total square footage is found in this cell right here, okay? So that's the original value that you're working with. So you click there, and now you have those values set, and then after that you click OK, and the computer does the computation for you, okay? So if you remember, the original value was 36,000, okay, and this was the original full price when we had the 102, this value over here. Now this value is not the same as that because we used GoldSeek to help us find what was going to be the square footage for the basement or for the house. So we end up with that, and with that being said, you can do the formatting. Okay, formatting is very easy. These are dollars, values, all these. So you highlight that, you go to Home tab, you do your thing over there, and then the other thing that you have to do is you might have to say something about creating custom names. Enter the reference to that, apply the custom number, format the reference, apply bold, apply that and that, format the results with that. So I'm not sure whether you're creating custom names in this case, but usually you want to make sure that you're creating names that are appropriate. So if you want to change this value to total estimated cost, what you do is you right click here and you go to format cells, and when this pop-up window shows up, you make sure you're on the number, and then you click on custom and you scroll all the way to general, okay, and then over here you highlight all this, you put the parentheses, and you can put total cost. I'm just going to put total cost for now, and make sure that you close the parentheses, and when you do that you'll be able to see the price, the name that you want to come over here, and then you click OK, and that's going to be applied over here, and then you can do some formatting if you want. Okay, so it kind of reflects on what you want these values to show, and then you can have another name here, another name right here, and another name right there. So you can substitute these values right there. Okay, same thing over here, same thing over here, the same way we had this one over here. So that's not being required for this exercise, but you can do that. So that's your mid-level exercise right here. So remember, you can always reach me through the phone, email, discussion board, and I hope you're making progress. Be safe, and I hope to hear from you soon.